Hey everybody, this is Brandon, family and friends. There were enough people who showed interest in Yerba Mate and asking what exactly it is. So I'm putting together a video. It's been over the span of several days. Without any further ado, let me show you Yerba Mate. Hey everybody, this is Brandon. I hope you're doing great today. Wanted to talk to you about my new preferred beverage. Even over coffee, which says a whole lot because I love coffee. I love the flavor, love the atmosphere that coffee brings, the feeling it brings. However, one thing I've noticed with my coffee consumption is there is the nice spike of caffeine lift, then there's a crash, and then I struggle, and then I drink more coffee, then I crash again. So one thing that I wanted to talk to you about is Yerba Mate, or Yerba Mate, depending on who you ask around the world. Yerba Mate is a South American drink from a holly plant, and especially in Argentina, Uruguay, Paraguay, around the world. And this is not a new fad. It's not something that's just shown up in the last decade. To try to get some money out of people's pockets. Although you can find some energy drinks made out of yerba mate, but the actual tea-like drink has been prepared. The ritual behind it, the enjoyment of it, has been a social thing. It's been a personal thing for hundreds and hundreds of years. And so I wanted to share that with you. Now I want to make this clear. I'm not an expert. I would love to become a Matero, someone who is an avid mate drinker. I don't think I'm at Matero state yet. That doesn't matter. I think it's really important to know what are the benefits of drinking yerba mate. For one, tons of antioxidants, which we know helps to prevent cancer. It lowers your cholesterol. It's an immune system booster. It also may improve your heart health, helps suppress your appetite, so it aids in weight loss. Go me. Boosts your energy, and again, there's the caffeine lift without the caffeine crash, and I greatly appreciate that. And then also just rich in nutrients, vitamins and minerals as well. So a lot of good stuff in there. And so as far as the tools of the trade go, let me show you. So we have, first of all, the cup that you use. This is a stainless steel one. Traditionally, it's made out of a gourd, but I have another one that's made out of silicone. And this one, like I said, is metal. This is, instead of like straining your tea leaves like we do Western style, with a tea infuser or whatever, the straw that you drink out of is what strains the leaves. This is called a bombilla or bombilla, depending on how you pronounce it, depending on what part of the world you're from. But this bombilla is a straw, kind of a scooper, but also the infuser as well. And so we have this is an old container of mixed nuts. The bag of yerba that I got, half of it fits perfectly in this container, and it's easier to scoop out for me. But this is fantastic, and so let me kind of show you what we see in here. So you might say, man, it looks like hay or grass or something else. That's maybe why a lot of people ask me, hey, but what do you do with it? Do you smoke it? No, please don't smoke it. You'll see there are a lot of stems and leaves, some dust in there, and that's okay. And different types of yerba will have a different varying levels of those components, and absolutely love it. And so in this stainless steel mate, I put about 2.5 of these cups in. So that's what we'll do. And the first thing you'll notice when you take your very first sip of this is that it's bitter. And you might think, you know what, that's not for me. That might be the case. But in our society, in our Western society, everything is, well, almost everything is highly sweetened. Everything. And so it takes some time to get used to something that's not so sweet. After you've been drinking for a month or so, you'll start noticing different shades of taste. Like, oh, there's kind of a bit of a shade of kind of a sweetness, and that tastes almost like this or that. You'll start noticing flavors in your yerba. Hopes of getting the stems, leaves, and the dust all mixed well, and mainly so the dust can come to the top. As you put your palm over the opening and you gently shake it, there's now a hole here. That's the water hole, and this side is called the mountain of yerba. The first bit of water you want to put in is kind of what you're going to call dummy water. It's going to be either lukewarm or cool water. It's not going to be your hot water. You're going to pour that in to the bottom, and you let that water connect with the leaves on the bottom. And what that does, it kind of opens up the flavors of those leaves. If you put in hot water at the beginning, it might scorch those and make it extra bitter. So you start off with cool or lukewarm water to start with, and then you prepare yourself some hot water. It can't be boiling water, or else again it's going to be overly bitter. So you want 150, 175 degrees based on your preference. Now in super hot weather, you can also do terere, which is made with cold water or even cold juice, and I've not gotten there yet, but I will. So now I have a thermos, and most Materos who are big into drinking Yerba Mate will have a thermos of some sort. And you don't want to fill it all the way up. So just on the watering hole side of the yerba is where you fill the water in. And now you take your bombilla, stick it in there, and what you do is you don't just like dive it in, but you put it into the bottom and lift up a little bit underneath the mountain. And that will kind of fix your bombilla in place. What you do, so if you notice, so there's still a bunch of dry stuff here, which is the mountain, which is good. And this watering hole, there's water in there. And so you take a sip. And then you just keep on refilling. So you don't let it steep like traditional tea, anything like that. You just fill it for each sip. And what you do as you are filling up the watering hole, you'll be getting more and more of the dry yerba wet. And then that will then get the flavor going into what you are drinking. And eventually, all of the mountain will become wet. And then you'll be drinking that. And then once you have refilled many times throughout the day, it could be even up to 10, 15 times, you'll notice that the flavor of your yerba mate is either next to nothing or very weak. And that's called kind of washed out. It's become washed, lavado. And that's when you stop. We're just going to sip a little bit and enjoy. But I would love to encourage you to explore it. Let me know what you think. Again, it might not be for you, but I bet you, if you give it a shot and hang in there with it, I think you might like it. All right. I hope you have an awesome day. And may this be your best day yet. See ya.